What is up, everybody? And we are back. I am reviewing today Game Changer Wrestling and the promotion that has the one of the best names for wrestling promotion I've ever met. Game Changer Wrestling, partnering with Squash a Jobber Wrestling to bring us live in Milan. Taped live at Centro Sportivo Com Comunale. Italian is not my first language. It's not even my second. That's like in the last bit of French was neither one of those languages. I struggle with names that are relatively easy to pronounce in English. And I go to translate it, but I'm too lazy. But that took place in Cassette, Italy, with the show taking on May 23rd, 2026, but aired live on tape delay on TrillerTV Plus on May 23rd, 2026, or May 30th, 2026. I read the first date twice. Our first matchup was surprisingly a very good match. Not like surprisingly for GCW, but surprisingly for what this card really is. Now, John Wolf, again from the Game Changer World podcast, pointed out that he liked the show the night before, which I just reviewed. Um, now, now or never, a little bit better because it had a little less local talent, more of that GCW flair on things, where this one had relied on a lot more of the local talent. I mean, I enjoyed them both equally, but I can see where that point is. So we had your 6-man scramble match for the SAJ Combat Championship. We had Jeffrey John taking on Russ, taking on Irene, taking on Sharpe, taking on Flamingo, and taking on the champion Goro. It was just a crazy match, typical scramble matches for GCW. The note is good, good, fast, high flying, yet hard hitting action. But I can, like, that's about sums it up. Goro retained the championship. One thing that I did see in a live comment on the Game Changer World podcast last night was it seems like Goro just didn't do much. Like, and I can agree. I didn't see him in there much. Maybe it was just how they do it, or maybe they were hiding some of his flaws because he seemed like he's very young in the business. But yeah, that's just how it rolls sometimes. But I gave this match 4 stars. Let's get rolling into our next match. We had LG versus KJ Orso. Now, there are certain things sometimes I get it. You want to live or do as much as you can live. So I knew certain outcomes of certain matches when it came to certain things. So I already knew the winner of this match. So, but this match was still good. Just because the ending spoiled doesn't mean it's not a good movie. But yeah, good match. They went out there, did their thing. I gave this match KJ Orso won by pinfall. I gave this match 4 stars. Probably the best Orso match I've seen in a while. I think I've given him several 4-star matches actually. And then we came to what I believe is just the dud of the show, but it's a good dud. We had your SAJ Openweight Championship match between the base guy Gringo, Loco, and Lupo. Simply put, I simply said I said it was a good match, but the ending sucked. Like it just fell flat. I get it. Like don't mind it, but it just kind of fell flat. Gringo Loco picked up the victory by disqualification, so that means Lupo is still your SAJ Openweight Champion. I gave this match 3 stars, so I gave this kind of a run of the mill, but the ending just sucked. Then we're going into a good match, probably the second best women's match I've seen this year. We had La Cholla Vipress versus the Ballzy badass Shotzi Blackheart. They did some stuff in the ring. They were both super over. I will insert all the shit for this match. It's not relevant to what I say here, but they were both super over. Lots of funny stuff. At one time, Shotzi choked her with an Italian taking care of business flag. Then Vipress went and did the exact same thing. So just an overall hard. My note is great, hard hitting, hints of brawling. That's about all you could ask these two girls. I think they both came out of the same wrestling school. I believe they both were from Hood Slam. I could be wrong. I'm completely out of the blue on that. I'm pretty sure Vipress came from Hood Slam, for what I've remembered, and I think Shotzi went through Hood Slam too, in that area, but I can't remember. So, come from the same school, you kind of have the same type of come up in a way. I give this match 4.5 stars, with Vipress picking the win by pinfall. Very good match.
As there's the bell and a handshake to get things started out here as they fell to the still reigning who will defend that belt again here tonight. Off the ropes a couple times, dives through and sends Vipers. La Cholla. A Shotzi for both of these wrestlers. With a full head start, comes in with those knees and sends Vipers. And now Shotzi just sent into a sea of climbing the ropes. And Shotzi, death belly driver into the corner. Shotzi into a Michinoku driver in the cup. Into the corner. Shotzi full speed. Cover and a 2 count, and now Shotzi comes in with that area code kick. Into the corner goes Shotzi, and a drop kick in the corner. Vipers in control right now. Hits the pile driver, cover 2, and she picks up the big win here tonight in Italy. Last weekend came up with 3 victories on the weekend. Big things coming her way. As let's take a look here at the GCW World Champion.
Very good match. We had Now we move into your GCW World Championship match with Marco Mori taking on the last name Atticus Cogar. Just a good match. Yeah, like seeing Atticus, like he doesn't really do deathmatch style. He does like a kind of a deathmatch light, more of that hardcore-esque style, which I think that's where he thrives. Um, so he had to work around some of the rules, like either distracting the ref or the ref being taken out or some thing that stopped him from doing what he would normally be doing. But yeah, just a good match. I just put great match, 4 stars. That's like literally it. So 4 stars for this. Atticus Cogar retains the GCW World Title. I believe I can't remember if this was his 18th or 19th title event since he won it last year. But let's keep on a rolling. We had Merrick versus the bad boy Joey Janela. Or Murak, I think it's the name. Murak. Only thing is, from what they recapped and everything, Murak challenged Joey, wanted this match. Joey comes out and it just completely says that the only reason why he's here is because Brett Lauderdale made him come. So just getting super nuclear heat with this crowd, something Joey's very good at when he wants to be that heel. Just I also put great match. It ended with a roll up, but it didn't take away from the match. It was like this underdog is just getting beat up and beat up and beat up, and then they get that surprise victory. I gave this match 4.5 stars. So let's move into your main event of this evening. Again, there's a shorter card than what we're used to for GCW shows. We had Team SAJ, Luca Bjorn, DeWitt, and Spencer taking on Team GCW, the boss of the plane, one called Manders, Jimmy fucking Lloyd, and the Deathmatch Prince, Drew Parker. Everybody was over in this match. This was basically just like, let's take our 3 best. We'll give you our 3 best. We put them up against each other. Just hard. I put short, sweet chaos. That's all it was. Like, this match was maybe 10 minutes. Without looking back on Cage match, I couldn't give you a time, but yeah, it wasn't long at all, and it didn't need to be long. They started out kind of doing a little bit of stuff, but toys got involved. A lot of plastic bends, and they were throwing chairs and whatnot galore. So yeah, just short, sweet chaos. I give this match 5 stars. Team GCW picked up the victory. Not much I can say. But yeah, so Live in Milan comes in and does a banger of a job. So, anyway, spoiler alert, in the next video, I will be reviewing my first CZW show because I refuse to watch their blacklight shows because they're just not my cup of tea. And so I would rather just pick and choose shows from different companies that I'm going to watch. One video I will give you a spoiler that's in the works is I have started watching Blood and Honey 1. I'm just going back from the beginning because there's only 7 of them. Might as well do that. I will have a POR review too. I watched their first show of this year. So anyway, be excited for those shows. But anyway, until next time, peace.